All right, welcome back. Now, our next movie on Rotten Tomatoes' top 200 horror movies of all time, at number 199 from 2019, is Little Monsters. Now, Little Monsters has a 79% critical consensus on Rotten Tomatoes, but it has 100% with the audience, as well as a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. And the synopsis to this movie goes as follows. A teacher, a struggling musician, and a kids' show personality join forces to protect young children during an unexpected zombie invasion. Once again, I'm not going to be talking about the entire movie, but I'm going to talk about the things I like and the things I dislike, so be warned, spoilers ahead. And I do recommend that you watch this movie before watching this review. Now, with that out of the way, here are my pros of this movie.
Do you remember where we're up to?
Where they got away from the witches.
That's right.
Hell yeah, this movie's already showing that it appreciates fine literature.
Wait, you need to stop having sex in front of kids.
Now, I'm not going to point out every time this movie makes me laugh, but this movie is pretty funny.
Felix.
I'm not Felix, I'm Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, now.
Okay, seriously, Felix is 10 out of 10. This kid's the best character in the whole movie.
So it's 600 feet back down the road. Yeah.
Mini golf, diba.
This is not the petting zoo. This is a U.S. military facility.
Now, I know I said I wasn't going to point out every time something made me laugh, but the transition from the dude getting eaten and attacked to the tourists, fantastic.
But my only responsibility is for these children's safety. If they are put in danger by anyone outside or inside this souvenir kiosk, my job is to remove that danger. I'm not going to let these children be traumatized by having them think a zombie is going to eat them alive. So,
hell yeah, Caroline's just this badass, like, when we first meet her, she's kind of unassuming and kind of shy and whatever, but she transforms or shows her true side into this badass, no-nonsense character, and I really dig it.
A woman playing a small guitar.
Sir, that's a ukulele, sir!
Now, I'm not going to point out every time this movie makes me laugh. I lied, because this movie's very funny.
I can't shoot kids. Again.
Honestly, this movie actually has pretty good dialogue. I mean, some things are kind of wishy-washy, but for lines like that, it's a thumbs up for me. All right, now on to my qualms with this movie.
You are crazy. This is the first time. I'll get you something next time. You don't. You fucking don't.
Does anyone actually fight like this? Like they're in front of their friends at a group dinner party in public, and they're still yelling and swearing at each other. I feel like nobody does this.
It's Teddy McGiggle time.
Boy, I can't wait to see this giggle guy.
Well, you be sure to tell Miss Caroline that she can go and suck a bag of dicks.
Dave!
Okay, no matter how shitty somebody is, nobody is talking to a kid like that. And there's also no way that their mom, aka your sister, isn't going to reprimand you more than just saying your name.
I said, it doesn't matter who you are or what you look like as long as somebody loves you.
Walking in and hearing a line from a book that happens to strike a chord and is very relatable to your life, is that a trope yet? Because it should be.
Not cool. Yeah? Not cool. This motherfucker. Jesus. That's it.
Alright, I know David's a loser, but come on. Like, I really did not... Look at Rory. I really did not want Rory to be beating up Dave in this moment. As irredeemable as we're making Dave seem, I really want something to like about him so that when he does change by the end of this movie and has all this character development and growth, I have something to be happy about because I actually like him.
I need to get to class early for Miss Carol.
I really can't wait to meet this Giggles guy.
Oh, dear, he's asleep.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on with his mum might be affecting his rhythms.
Now, I assume after this apocalypse or whatever the situation is, Miss Caroline is going to fall in love with David. But David's still going to have to explain about lying about his sister. Like, he literally just said Felix's mom is a shitty parent, and that's going to come to light at some point, isn't it?
So it's blue in the sky, orange in the thigh.
Boy, I can't wait for David to forget the most basic rule of blue to the sky, orange to the thigh. I mean, how do you forget this? This is as basic as stop, drop, and roll. Everything, this is ingrained in people's brains at this point. Like, this is clearly a plot point. We wouldn't be talking about it because things don't happen in movies for just no reason.
There is no known anti-venom for the box jellyfish, which is present throughout coastal...
Are the overhead lights going by while you're driving or on something with wheels a trope yet? Because if it's not, I'm making it one.
When should I call for backup?
Why does somebody insist on turning their back to a zombie in every movie? Hey, there's this really dangerous creature here. I'm just gonna turn my back to it. What?
Your kiddlywink sure are lucky to have a teacher as pretty as you, Miss Caroline.
This guy.
Down there, kiddlywinks. There's more than enough teddy to go.
There is literally nobody that works in or with children in some facet that wears a costume. They're not going to be taking off their costume in plain sight.
Some memories with the kiddlywink.
Now, don't get me wrong. I know this is David. We've got to know him over the past 25 minutes that he's an actual piece of shit. But I'm still qualming this.
When we all play this song.
That koala. Why is this one zombie extra zombie? Like, look how he's acting and look how he's moving, and the dude who's playing this zombie is going 110%, where all the other zombies are just kind of shambling along. It's kind of like when you watch movies for the background characters to see who's acting extra hard to try and get a job in Hollywood or something. Come on, nobody's that dumb.
Oh, not yet. That's my engagement ring. 3.
You're with a guy.
My fiance, Ian. Yes.
Bye-bye, rubbish. Next start,
Max is 5 years old.
Now, I know David's going to have this big character arc and big development and growth throughout this movie. But you don't just change things like that in one day. That takes a lot of work and a lot of inner self-reflection, which I don't think is being done during a zombie invasion. Like, dude is as emotionally immature as they come.
I just gotta check on something ahead. And if you can't use appropriate language with a 5-year-old, I'm going to have to ask you to...
Why is this also a trope in every zombie movie, that somebody has to approach somebody eating something or somebody and be all confused as to what's going on and trying to look as if they can't see all the gore everywhere? Also, is this a new addition? Since when do zombies eat animals? Now, I'm okay with them eating animals, but the fact they're eating animals and completely ignoring the people is where I have the problem. Like, you can't tell me this lady running by here is being completely ignored while the zombies are just around. Alright, as a kid, there is zero chance that I'd be 5 years old and not crying. And throughout this movie, nobody really gets that scared or cries or anything. Like, no.
Here you go, mate.
Are these okay, Uncle David?
Yeah.
Gee, wonder what's gonna happen.
You okay?
Cough it up, mate.
Yup.
Orange in the sky, blue in the thigh.
There's literally 3 of them. Can you not just run around? You've already ran through a giant group of them already anyways. I'm not going to show this because I don't want YouTube to censor me, but Miss Caroline's cutting zombies' heads off with a shovel.
Oh, I've been bad, man. I've been really f***ing bad. I'm sure we've all done things we regret. A shit ton of moms. We're talking thousands.
Why is this a bad thing? Now, I know he slept with mums that are married, which obviously is not good, but he's making it just sound like the fact that he's a sex addict means he's a bad person.
Beth is a bit frightened.
This is the first instance that we get of a child being scared and wanting their parents of some sort.
My mum puts me to bed.
I think we need Beth to help with this bit, yeah? Beth, when I point at you, can you say, go away?
Go away?
Yeah, exactly like that. You monsters.
Go away.
Little monsters, please.
Go away.
You reckon you can sleep now? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all it takes is for them to say, go away twice, and all of a sudden they're not scared anymore and ready to go to sleep.
All for you to do is make a distraction while I make a run for the tractor train.
Why do we need a distraction? Caroline already ran out to get Felix's EpiPen earlier all by herself and didn't need a distraction for that. So why can't we just run through them again? No. Earlier in the movie, you made a point of telling me that you didn't have any service.
Still no signal, though.
You're not going to start having service just because it's convenient for you to apologize to your sister. No, that's not how this works.
Look, Tess, I need to tell you something.
Also, is now really the time to be having this conversation?
Felix is gone.
Why? Why are you running away by yourself? There's absolutely no chance this kid is running away from the group without telling anybody and just disappearing like that. Now, I know this is foreshadow because Felix left tractors and Felix is trying to feed his tractor at the dinner table and he's teaching David how to drive a tractor earlier in the movie. But no, this 5-year-old is not driving a manual tractor with a clutch. Boy, I'm sure glad earlier when we showed the aerial view around the souvenir shop, this place looked pretty surrounded. But now David can bust through the wall with the tractor and no problem. No zombies are going to come in this hole and kill any of the kids or anything. This kid's been whining the entire movie to play putt-putt golf. That is not putt-putt golf. That and also the fact that it's completely dangerous. Now, Miss Caroline, what are you doing? You were threatening Mr. Giggles earlier in the movie because he was talking about zombies and scaring the children. But now you're letting a child get close to the zombies and hit them with a plastic golf putter. So you're telling me that earlier David didn't know the words to Shake It Off.
Take it off.
Shake it off. How's it stop?
And now he knows the song completely. I'm not just gonna ignore it just because it's a touching moment. Now, this was a really cute scene and all, but I really wish that lamb that Felix found earlier when he ran off by himself, I wish that lamb was in quarantine with them. I hate this movie now. So overall, I actually really like this movie. This movie has really clever dialogue, it's actually pretty funny, and it had pretty likable characters. Now, the middle of the movie was kind of long-winded and a little bit of fillery because they're just really trying to get you to care about these characters. And I guess they're trying to show some growth for David as well, which is fine for pushing along the plot. But I felt we were getting it all along anyways with the zombie interactions, so we could have had a little more of that maybe. However, I would have liked to have seen Miss Caroline be almost a bigger character. I know this is centralized around David and David as our main character, but this movie in Caroline's point of view would have been pretty sweet as well. And at the end of the day, David completely grows up and does a 180 from what his character was earlier, but does that mean he's emotionally grown like I brought up earlier? Does that mean he's going to get a job? Does that mean he's not going to be lazy? Like, I feel like those things just don't change in the span of 24 hours or however long they've been stuck there for. So overall, I would actually put Little Monsters in my like list. Do you guys agree or disagree? Let me know down below. Let me know what you think I missed, and let me know what you thought of the movie. But once again, this is just my opinion, so thanks for watching.